Well, good morning, my lovelies. Another day, another vlog, and oh my gosh, do we have so much to get done today? Because I don't know if you've heard the news, but I'm gonna have a new roommate in 1 to 2 weeks. And let's just say I definitely want to impress her. So we're gonna spend the entire day today making sure that this house is picture perfect for baby girl's arrival. But this is where my dilemma's at. With the amount of stuff we have to do today, your girl definitely needs a little bit of caffeine. But then I read that too much caffeine can actually induce labor. And being the procrastinator that I am, I want to keep her cooking in there as long as possible. So we're gonna swap out the coffee for a matcha today, which hey, it's been a while since I've made one. So let's do it together. Just because we're having a matcha doesn't mean we can't still make it fall and festive. But what will pair well with this one? A brown butter toffee matcha? Sounds like a good one. But hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. Let's give this an official try. Ooh. That is so good. I already gave you the gist for today's video. I am currently 38 weeks pregnant. Technically 2 weeks out from my due date. Today is gonna be such a wholesome and nesting vlog in the sense that we are gonna be getting as much stuff as we can ready before baby girl's arrival. I'm gonna take you up to my bedroom, which I haven't shown you much of. We're gonna be adding so many things to that space. I gotta change out the curtains, build the baby bassinet, set up a whole overnight postpartum caddy, wash and organize some new clothes, do a bunch of decluttering. Like there's so much that I have on my list of things to do today. I already got hubby to bring out all of my baby essentials that I'm gonna need. We pulled out so many things from my past pregnancies and the past newborn stage. It's crazy because Naomi's almost 3 years old. That means it's been 3 years since I've had a newborn. And yes, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I feel like I forgot how to navigate that entire stage. But hopefully after today's video, I'm gonna feel so much better about it. And you guys will get a lot of inspo and some organization ideas too. So with that, let's head on upstairs and I'm gonna show you the spaces we're working with so you can truly see how much work needs to be done. Let's go. Well, an official welcome to my bedroom, you guys. How crazy is it that you guys have seen like the majority of my house with the amount of makeovers that I've done? You've seen my office, the girls' room, the nursery, the living room, the kitchen. But one of the places that I spend the most time in, you haven't seen much of. And it's truly because I just haven't really done anything to it yet. If you are new, let me just show you what this room actually used to look like before we did any of our renovations. This is the biggest bedroom of all the ones in our house. And as soon as we walked in, I always loved the amount of natural light that we had in here. We have our bathroom off to the left and off to the right. Before we actually renovated, we had a partition wall over here, which actually made this kind of like a room plus a separate den. We actually decided to take down that wall so that the light from that window can enter. And I'm so glad that we did it now because look at how big of a room we have to work with. The funny thing is, the reason we love this room so much is because of the amount of natural light that it has. But now that we're gonna actually have a baby girl sleeping in here with me, we need to darken it up. So what do I mean by that? Right now the curtains that we have obviously are dark, but they are unlined because Evan and I don't necessarily care to sleep with light. My princess of a husband sleeps with an eye mask. I personally love waking up to the morning sun, but with the fact that my sleep schedule, baby's sleep schedule is gonna be literally so off, we are gonna need to darken up this room. So the first thing that we're gonna need to do is actually swap out our curtains. And I actually decided to take this opportunity. If we're gonna be making the room darker, this is where I wanna add curtains that are lighter. As much as I do love the brown curtains and I feel like they are so fun for fall, I've been really into blue lately, literally the blue that I'm wearing. And I think especially with our nightstands and like the little touches of wood that we have, we can do a very coastal room in here. Eventually I want to case out the windows. Eventually I want to add some wall details to this bedroom also. I'm gonna take your advice. No more home projects, Haley, until after baby girl is here. But these curtains, as you guys can see, are actually lined. But what I love is that they still have those pinch pleats. Pinch pleat curtains are basically the effect that the curtains have, that they look like they are folded over. They look so much more expensive. The brand that I always shop is on Amazon. I'm gonna leave a link down below. These brown ones and these blue ones are from the same place. They're just different styles. So I'm gonna add some curtain rings so we can swap these out. But first things first, one of the windows is missing a curtain rod. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly install that. And hopefully it will be the last time that I need to use a hammer for a while. My arms strength right now, non-existent. So we learned in the last vlog, when it comes to the screwdrivers, this is the one thing he doesn't mess up, right?
Sure.
It's hard. It's a workout, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, these curtains are stunning. Isn't it so crazy how like a pop of color can make such a difference in a room? As you know, like my walls here don't have any wall details or anything, but these add so much character, and I love the fact that we finally have them on all 3 windows. But the coastal vibe in here, I mean, this blue is so beautiful. I feel like it goes so well with our little table here too. I was thinking about restaining it at some point, but I love this like coastal wood with the blue. I just think it's so beautiful. I forgot to also show you that I got a new rug as well. We swapped this out a little while ago because I sold my previous one. I wanted something lighter in here, and this does have a little bit of those hints of blue in it, which is now brought out so much more with these curtains. You guys are not gonna believe it. This rug right here is a 10 by 14 rug. It's huge, and it cost me $100. It was 99 bucks on Amazon. Where else are you gonna find a rug for that affordable? Especially with my gingham bed sheets. I love it so much. Even though my pregnancy pillow, the pink is ruining the vibe a little bit, but guys, I love this thing. Like straight up, I cannot sleep without it with my stomach right now. I am sleeping like this all the time. This side supports my back, this side supports my front, and if you are a current pregnant mom, get yourself one of these pregnancy pillows. You could even unzip like part of it if you only want to use half. But okay. Here is the ultimate test. Let's see how dark this can actually make the room. Truly perfect. I mean, I do have the overhead lights on, but this is definitely gonna make the room dark enough. But I guess that's the trick. If you're somebody who wants to add room darkening curtains, opt for the curtains themselves at least to be a light color, because then it actually breathes life into the room instead of making it feel so dungeony. The quality of these curtains is so amazing. They're so thick and they do truly look like linen. The only thing is I obviously have to give all of these a good steam. I feel like that's going to be the last thing that I do because I want to prioritize obviously nesting in the room first. But once the wrinkles are out especially, these are going to look so luxurious and expensive. Aaliyah wants to see the new curtains. Why are you closing your eyes? It's for my room.
I just want to close my eyes. Can it's a surprise?
Oh, okay. Okay, open.
Wow, I love it.
You like the color? Okay, but now that the curtains are done, I want to go ahead and start setting up a baby girl's bed. My roommate is actually going to have a whole bed of her own, and I'm actually going to be pulling out the bassinet that I used with Naomi. It is a bedside bassinet that you can actually push right against to the bed so that I have easy access to her at night. And guys, it's also beige in a pretty wood color, because if I'm already buying baby things, I try to find the prettiest ones there are. So let's get to building it. I cannot believe that I am finally pulling out this bassinet again. I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to ask, Kaylee, didn't you like thrift a snoo? What was the deal with that? Well, I still have it. I actually feel like I'm going to be keeping the snoo downstairs. As much as the snoo, even if I hire somebody to get it to work or try to get it to work myself, I haven't gotten to it yet. Even if it does, I personally, even with my other 2 kids, like never really used like a motion functioning bassinet to put them to sleep. We were like lucky enough to, I guess, kind of teach them to self-soothe, and that's the same thing that I want to do with this baby. Plus, there's something so amazing about being able to have a bassinet that you can literally push right up to your bed so that if I wake up in the middle of the night, I don't actually have to get out of bed to get my baby. So this one will be perfect. And guys, the craziest thing, I actually almost sold it because ever since moving into this new house, we got this new bed, our Casterly bed. We love it so much, but as you can see, it kind of has this like foam edging around the entire bed. And I thought that when it came to the bassinet, this edging would be an issue because there's no clearance under the bed anymore. So I was like, how do I push a bassinet all the way to the bed because of this bulk? So I was planning on selling this one and possibly getting another one until I saw somebody on Instagram share a reel of this this bassinet and I noticed that they were able to fold the legs. You see this right over here? I never even noticed it. There's like little buttons on the bottom of this bassinet that you just press and it folds the legs in so you can actually move your bassinet closer to your bed. I looked at this and I felt so dumb, but so happy that now I can still reuse something I already had. But okay, enough chatting. This should be pretty easy to put together. And oh, it's gonna actually look so pretty with like the bed and the curtains and everything too. I'm so glad. It's actually so crazy to me how like the most minute projects are making me so tired and out of breath right now. But the bassinet is officially done and I am so happy with it. Let me try out that like little leg feature and see how close I can get it to the bed. So this right here is what I missed before and I didn't notice I had. You can press this button and fold the legs in on both sides and then just push the bassinet closer to the bed. Okay, you know what? That is actually not bad. I don't mind that we have a little bit of space, but here you can see you can also open up these edges and then pop the top of this so that this part can lay open. And guys, truly this is so perfect. Like look, within arm's reach. The beige color is so pretty too. It's not an eyesore at all. I could still have my nightstand over there with like my water and everything else while little baby girl is resting right by me. All that organizing really worked up an appetite. So what do you say we take a little lunch break? It's funny, I was never one of those influencers to like, but people tend to like it. But I have to admit, the popping sound of this, there's nothing better. But okay, I'm making it a thing to share more of my meals because I've been getting a lot of requests for you guys to see what I've been eating. And today I just made myself a quick little falafel bowl using some leftovers we had. We have rice. These are ready-made falafels that you just put into the air fryer. If you don't know what falafels are, they're made of chickpeas, so they do have a good amount of protein in them. I just diced up a couple of tomatoes and added in some barbecue corn that we had. Tops it off with some garlic aioli and yum. Such a good and quick meal to assemble. And I do have to say, meal prepping in advance just made me realize how much easier it is to put your meals together when you have all the ingredients kind of ready. And that actually reminds me, a lot of moms in the stage when they just give birth don't always have the energy to always prepare meals. So I definitely already know some of my friends are going to set up a meal train for me, but something else I really wanted to do is to create meals in advance and freeze them. This is new to me, not something I've done in the past, but I actually feel like will be such a good idea to have freezer ready meals ready to go whenever we need a quick dinner. So this is where I would really love your guys' help. So comment down below, what kind of meals do you feel like would be very freezer friendly? Like give me ideas on some things that I can make. Maybe I could even share it in a future video. I can like do a bunch of different recipes of like freezer friendly meals. Or what kind of stuff are good to do? Like soups, I was thinking maybe lasagna, but like my train of thought kind of ends there. If you guys have any freezer friendly ideas, comment down below, either recipes or just like meal ideas in general, and I'll just make it a mission to find really good recipes. And maybe in like one of my next vlogs, I'm gonna show you guys how I meal prep all of that, because whether you're postpartum or not, having ready meals in your freezer is such a game changer if you want to eat well and not eat out as much. But yeah, this falafel bowl really hits the spot. I'm gonna get my belly filled up and then we'll move on to the next step of the room organization. I just have to say, it is so satisfying too that the bassinet literally matches the color of the trims in our house so perfectly. I mean, how pretty, right? But okay, on to the next. We've got a delivery. Okay, at this point, baby girl's clothes are ready. She's officially got a place to sleep, but now I want to make sure that we have all the essentials on hand. What does that mean? Did you guys ever see people like setting up guest rooms and they basically make them like a little basket of all the essentials that a guest may need in your home? Even though she's kind of gonna be a permanent guest, what I think is so so genius and so smart to have postpartum is a little caddy to keep right by your bed with all of the necessities. This is both for her and for me, and I basically got one of those rolling carts in a beautiful beige color to match our bassinet, and this 3-tier cart is going to provide everything that I'm going to need for those overnight hours. Things like burp cloths and swaddles, extra clothes, diapers, some snacks for mama too. Basically the ultimate guest basket. Think of it that way. So let's get to building it. Okay, so I've officially gathered everything that I'm gonna be needing for baby girl, and most of this is gonna be organized into the cart. Like I said, this cart is going to be a mix of things that are necessities for me and also for her. So I actually just washed up a ton of little baby clothes, mainly onesies, because again, this is gonna be the room where she's gonna be sleeping. So she doesn't need the rest of her clothes in here, just her sleepers. Which, by the way, if you are a new or expecting mom, or you wanna buy something for a new or expecting mom, these zipper onesies from Target, the Cloud Island brand, they are made of something called a modal fabric. I still use these as Naomi's PJs. They are literally the softest, most comfortable PJs ever. They're super thin and breathable, and they stretch so much. So even though I got a bunch of newborn sizes, this is for sure gonna last baby girl until she's at least like 3, 4, 5 months old. I'm not kidding. Naomi's still wearing the 24-month ones, even though she's almost 3. So I washed up a lot of those, as well as a ton of burp cloths, obviously. Depends what kind of baby we have. Aaliyah never spit up, but Naomi spit up a ton. Like, Aaliyah was such a clean baby, I literally was able to keep the same outfit on her for like 3 days. But Naomi, I had to change her like 3 to 4 times a day. So I have a bunch of burp cloths on hand, as well as all of like the disposable items, like some changing pads, small pack of newborn diapers. I never overbuy these because I usually like to wait it out and see when she'll outgrow them. Some other stuff for baby that I want to keep on hand in these organizers are things that I'm going to be switching out a lot, like little baby socks and mittens, a few hats also, and then also anything related to like changing her diaper. So a little butt spatula with some of my favorite all over ointment. Since I am planning on nursing, especially in the beginning, breast milk doesn't have enough vitamin D for baby, so I want to keep these vitamin D drops on hand so I can remember to give them to her every day. And then I have a couple little Passover options as well that I keep in this cute little silicone holder that I can just hang right up on the cart and have easily accessible. And then of course some swaddle blankets too. That's gonna be one shelf for baby. I'm gonna focus the bottom shelf on things for me, including some nursing pads. This little light I actually found on Amazon. It's so cool. It is the smallest little dimmable night light that you could just keep on your nightstand if you want to do any night feedings. How freaking cute is that? If you want to turn it off, all you have to do is turn it over and it will turn off. But then if you turn it back over, it will turn on. Like, is that not the coolest thing ever? So I'm gonna add that to the caddy as well. I have 2 of these Perry bottles on hand. I'm gonna keep one downstairs and one upstairs. And this is basically just meant to wash myself. Some mamas do have the experience of a tearing during birth, which honestly sounds much scarier than it is. My recovery with tearing was not bad at all, even though I did have a 2nd-degree tear. But especially in the beginning days postpartum, having a bottle like this, it has an angled spout. I add some warm water into here, and basically I'm able to just squeeze it and clean myself off down there. It is just such an enjoyable experience to clean yourself with water over tissues, especially when you're so tender in that area. So I'm gonna keep that in the caddy as well. And then can't forget about these. They go hand in hand with that Perry bottle. But in the beginning stages, these right here were my favorite underwear to wear. They're basically like a boxer short disposable underwear that give me some full coverage. They pull in my tummy, which I love. And they're just a great place to line all your postpartum products. Like my pads, my witch hazel, like whatever I need for down there, these are great for that. And then finally, something that I'm still debating on whether I want to keep it here upstairs or take it downstairs with me is my new Willow Go hands-free breast pump. I have been seeing these everywhere, and as much as I'm not a mom who like usually pumps a lot, I tend to just feed my baby directly. I've never really felt like I had enough milk to create a stash. So when I saw these and I heard such great reviews about them, they are basically wearable breast pumps that you can just go ahead and put inside your bra. You can keep wearing them throughout the day as you do any errands or chores, spend time with your baby. A lot of people even wear these like outside the house underneath the sweater or something. And when they come home, so many of them catch so much milk, which is so cool. So the breast pump along with the little baggies, I'm really excited to try it out and let you know what I think, because I like my freedom, but I also want to be able to pump. So being able to do it through something like this, I feel like will be such a game changer. Okay, time to get organizing. As you guys saw with the rolling cart, it actually has 3 shelves. For the top shelf, I really wanted to add one of these portable diaper caddies. This is going to be everything that is required for changing a baby. I do have one that I packed up already that I'm keeping downstairs. This is the one that I want to be keeping upstairs, and it's basically going to house all of those essentials that in the middle of the night I could just grab it, bring it to the bed, do my diaper change, and put it back. So let's build this out. I love so much that I have this by my bed, because I actually never did this with any of my previous kids, and I feel like it'll be such a game changer in the middle of the night to not have to like get up and go to the nursery to like grab anything. I am so stocked up on it all, especially the snacks. I had to include some bubblies. You guys know how much I love seltzer. I got some like healthier snack options here at the bottom too to just munch on for, you know, those long 3 a.m. night feeds. In the meantime, I'm probably just gonna keep it by my nightstand, but I could even roll it like really close or right by the bed if I do need to access anything at night. And I think in terms of the room, we are pretty much set, but there is one more thing that I bought that I have to add to my nightstand. Let me unbox it. So this right here is honestly the best little clock that you can keep by your bedside, especially for baby. It is a sound machine, it is a nightlight, it is everything. You could already see that you can just touch the ring and like customize every setting to be different sounds, different colors also. You could just turn it off by holding down the ring. And this is actually the second one that we have. The first one that we used with baby Naomi and Aaliyah, I actually keep in Aaliyah's room. And guys, okay, if you are a parent of toddlers, this is something that I need to teach you. This whole system with this light, I actually set the hatch in Aaliyah's room on a timer, okay? Basically, every timer shows like the different phases throughout the day. There's 3 different colors, a green, yellow, and red. Whenever the lamp in her room is green, it means that it's awake time, it's playtime, like you can come out of the room, basically do whatever you want. Whenever the lamp turns orange, we do this around 6 o'clock. This is Aaliyah's indicator that we are going to be starting the bedtime routine. So this is when we start the bath, we brush her teeth, we clean up after dinner, kind of like a little warning signal that bedtime is coming up. And then at 7 o'clock, that is when I have the lamp turn red. But when the lamp is red, that is when Aaliyah knows that it is a time for bed. It doesn't necessarily mean that she has to be sleeping, but it means that she has to be in her room with the door closed. We don't lock the doors in her room, but she does know that when the lamp is red, we don't open the door unless it's like to go to the bathroom or something. It has been the ultimate scheduling hack. If you want to create order for your children, if you have toddlers who don't really follow rules when it comes to like staying in the room or coming out, and you want to establish some kind of routine, this hatch nightlight has been the best thing for it, and I highly recommend it. So now that that is set up, I feel like everything in the room is officially ready, except for, of course, the pretty stuff. But before we get into that, quick little recap, guys, of what our room looked like before and what it looks like now. Aside from the fact that the curtains make the biggest difference, I am so happy that we got so many of the baby stuff prepared, having the bassinet ready, the cart fully stocked up, all of the essentials that we're going to be needing. I really finally feel so prepared, even if baby girl wanted to make her arrival like tomorrow. Okay, no, I didn't mean that. Keep cooking in time there. We could use a little bit more time. That being said, this is where I'm going to need your help because I feel like the one thing that this room obviously does need is more decor. And I love so much how this room is so different from all of the rooms that you've seen me do in the other house because it just feels so much more coastal rather than like old school vintage. Even though these nightstands, I don't know if I ever mentioned, they actually are thrifted and vintage. But taking a look at this room right now, I would really love for you guys to give me your ideas on what I can do to like decorate the space a little bit more, especially above my bed. I feel like we have this big blank wall right in the middle that could use something, but I don't know. Should I do artwork? Should I do like a collage wall? What are you guys thinking would be really nice to add to the space that will still suit the coastal theme, but add a touch of decor to the space? Comment it down below. I love that with every single one of these vlogs, we've been like tackling a new space and getting things more organized. With all that being said, guys, let me know what you think down below. Do you think the blue curtains was a good idea or did you like the brown more? I know that we're getting into fall right now and some people may be saying, Haley, why are you going lighter even though we're entering cozy season right now? But I don't know, I'm really liking it. I wanted to ask if you guys feel the same. Comment down below if there's anything else like before baby comes that you really want to see from me and I'll be sure to film it for you. And with that, if you guys are watching up to this point, you know that you're the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. You are our favorite kind of people. If you are watching up to this point, then comment down below ready for baby girl, because truly I feel like together we have gotten so much done in preparation for her that once we bring her home, she's gonna feel so settled in to be our new roommate, and I'm just so excited to meet her. Be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already to join the amazing family, and with all that, I love you guys forever and always. Thank you so much for watching and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.